Yes, ma'am.
So guys, yesterday you asked me like you didn't get the access of the videos, right? So actually I spoke with the team. They are saying that they already given you the access. You need to check in your Google Drive. In the Google Drive, you can able to find something like shared with me folder, right? Inside the folder, you can able to see our class videos. Okay, everyone, please check. Okay. I also saw each and everyone who got registered, all of them got the access. I also just now uploaded our first file. That is this file I just uploaded. This file I didn't upload because once we are done with all the remaining commands, I will upload this file by today night. Okay.
First file I got the mail, ma'am. Videos where I should know.
Videos.
Videos I didn't get any link.
Okay, let me show you in my system actually. Just give me.
Okay.
No, we just got a mail from you. That's it.
Okay, I'll just show you it once again. I'll first share my entire screen. So actually, I guess they didn't send you the email. Okay, they sent me the email. So basically, I'm just clicking on open here. Instead of that, you just open your directly your Google Drive. Okay, there you can able to see shared with me folder, right? Something called as shared with me towards the left side. Just open that. You can able to see like this MySQL by Divya ma'am at the rate 7 p.m. Okay, inside that you will find all the videos like this. Can you able to see my screen, everyone? I can see
Yeah, ma'am.
Divya.
Videos are there. I just opened my Google Drive. Videos are there.
Yeah, videos are there, and I just posted one file, one SQL file. Once I'm today we will complete all the commands, right? Then by today night after our class, I will upload the second file, and I'll upload the Maven Movies database file also. Okay. Today we will finish all the commands and we will see about that movies database. I will explain you that database and I will upload that files to you. You can just download from here. But I suggest you please especially for this all the SQL files just store in one four separate folder. Okay, so access your Google Drive, you can see like this, everyone. Okay,
But ma'am, we can't download these videos, right?
yeah, you cannot download these videos.
Okay.
You can just view the videos and they will give you the access for 6 months, right? All right, let's start our
Daily, all
class.
videos will be uploaded here only, right, ma'am?
Yes, all videos starting from the first class, every video will be uploaded here on.
No.
Okay. So everyone, you can just, if anyone just now, you know, just now start join the session, just find your videos, open your Google Drive. You can see shared with me for a kind of folder towards the left side. Just click that. You can able to see like this folder, MySQL by Divya ma'am at the rate 7 p.m. Once you click that, you can able to find all the videos and I just uploaded one file. Once today's class is done, I will upload the second file and movies database also. Okay. All right, let's start our class. So yesterday we were discussing about DCL commands, right? We have two commands inside DCL, that is grant and revoke. Correct? Basically, as I said, DCL commands are used by database administrators. Okay. We have something called as privileges. Privileges in the sense, I can say permissions. Everyone of us, basically, as a SQL developers, we will have almost all the permissions for us or privileges for us. Okay. But for some commands like maybe delete, drop, such commands, we don't have the privileges by default. If we want to use that commands, we need to raise a request for database administrators. They will provide us the privileges, then only we can able to access that. I mean, we can able to use that commands. Okay, once our operation is done, once our usage is done, they will take back the privileges from us. Basically, this is what it happens uh, in the real time. And as a SQL developer, as it most of the commands we will have the already the privileges. But SQL is also used in many other domains, like right, maybe like Java developers, or especially for peoples of developers, NetSuite developers. There are many domains where, along with their software, or I can say their like along with that, if you talk about NetSuite developers, along with the NetSuite, they need to work on SQL as well. At that time, they don't have any of the privileges. Even the DML commands also, like insert, update, any command privileges also they won't have. But whenever they want to work, they will ask the privileges to the database administrators. At that particular time only, they will give that access of that commands. Okay. So what is grant and what is revoke in the sense? Let's see first about grant. Simply, I can say granting the permissions or else granting the privileges. That is, grant is used to give or assign new privileges, or I can say permissions, okay, to user. User in the sense we, developers. Okay, whenever they want to, if suppose being a SQL developer, as I said, we don't have delete, we cannot have permission or privilege to use the delete command. Whenever we want to use the delete command, we will just raise a ticket to the data administrators team. They will give us the privileges, or they will give, I can say they will give us the permissions. Then only we can able to use that delete command. Okay. So at that time, we will just either according to our own companies, either we can just mail them or we can raise the ticket accordingly. Okay. So at that time, what they will do, they will use this grant command to give us the privileges. Basically, grant command is used to assign or give a new privilege to the user. Here, user in the sense we. Okay. Let's see the syntax. Then you can understand. Grant privilege name on here. Let me just write it as this. On object name to user. Okay. Directly also we can write it as object name. So this is basically the syntax. Grant is a keyword, privilege name in the sense what privileges we are asking for. For example, let's see one example. Grant. Suppose I asked to give the privilege of delete. Okay, the privilege name will be delete here. Okay, I want to access delete command. Okay, on object name in the sense on which table. For example, I'm asking to use employees 2. Okay, then at that time they will write employees 2 here. To suppose username, my name is Divya, like this. Like this, they will use this command. Grant will be the keyword. Delete in the sense whatever privilege name we are requested for. It may be any command. Okay. And on is again a keyword. Object name will be basically, let me write it down here.
Object name basically, ma'am, the table name.
Yeah, table name. I'm just about to write it. Privilege name in the sense any of the commands. Okay. Maybe alter, maybe update, delete, like that, any of the commands. If you don't have it, for SQL developers, basically we will have on the privilege already. We will have the access of update, insert, each select. For basic commands we will have the access, but if we are talking about any other developers, they won't have. They will have only select access to use the select command. Okay. Even for the inserting and updating also, they need to ask the permission from administrators. All right. So privilege name will be any of the commands. Okay. And object name will be maybe tables, indexes, sequences. Basically, present we are discussing about tables. Next, we will discuss about index, and there is also something called as sequence. At that time, you can understand what is that. Basically, this tables, indexes, and sequences altogether is called as database objects. Okay, called as database objects. Okay, but they will give the directly the table name. Here, employees is my table name, right? Maybe employees too. Like that, they will mention either the table name, index name, or the sequence name here. All right. This is how, of course, only SQL developers will use this command, but for knowledge purpose, I'm explaining you. This is the syntax of grant. If you are applying for SQL developer, no one is going to ask about these commands in your interview also. But we need to have some idea about this. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, we have revoke command. We have two commands in DCL, right? That is, one is grant and the second one is revoke. Revoke is exactly opposite to the grant. That is taking back the permissions. I said first they will give us the permission to access something. Again, once we finish our work, they will take back the permissions, right? So to take back the permission, they will use revoke. Okay. Revoke command is used to take back the permission or privileges from user. Okay, let's see the syntax. Revoke so revoke privilege name on object name. Here instead of to, they will use from. Okay, from user. No need of semicolons basically. Okay, here they will use to. So as they are giving the permission, here they are taking back the permission, right? So they will use from. Okay. Again, one more important point here. Let me just write the example. We can give two privileges also at one time. Okay. Multiple privileges, I can say, at one time. Like, for example, grant, maybe delete, comma, alter. Like that, they can give multiple privileges. Maybe drop, like that. Multiple privileges they can give at one time only. If I want these three privileges on this table, they can give at a time. Okay. All right. So this is a syntax. Let me use the same example.
Madam, how
Here,
we can
just, sorry.
how we can come to know that we got an permission from them or not?
They will give us reply, no? If we are raising the ticket,
Okay.
they will do that and they will reply us in Teams.
Oh, okay. Through an email itself, right?
Yeah. In email itself, they will reply us. They will reply to us. Then we can check. If we want to check also, if we didn't got response from them, if we used a delete command, we will get an error. If we don't have, we will get an error stating you privilege
It has been up.
constraint. Yeah, you don't have access kind of error we will get. At the time we
Okay.
can understand. But
Okay.
basically everyone will coordinate with us. They will give us reply once we are once they give the permission, and once our work is done, immediately we can just inform them to it is finished, then they will revoke the permissions back. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So this is the syntax, same again, only the change is here they will use revoke and here they will use from. They will revoke the privileges names on table name from user. Okay. This is about grant and revoke, that is DCL commands. Clear guys, everyone? So I hope it is clear for everyone. This is about DCL commands. Next we have TCL commands, right? That is commit, rollback and save point. TCL commands in the sense transaction control language. And the commands under TCL are commit, save point and rollback. Okay. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Now you can see my screen, right? So TCL in the sense transaction control language, and the commands are commit, save point and rollback. Okay. Now let's see each of them detailing. So what is basically commit in the sense, if we want to save data permanently in database, we will use commit. Okay. Whenever we will use any DML commands, like maybe inserting the data, updating the data, if we want to save the data permanently in the database, we will use commit. Basically in MySQL, it is not necessary. The data will be saved permanently, but in SQL Server, it won't save. We need to use commit. Okay. Then only the data will be saved in the databases. Or else without using commit, if we close the file, sometimes we may lose the data. That's the reason whenever we are using SQL Server, not MySQL, okay? SQL Server, we will use commit for sure. But MySQL, we don't have any such problems. If you don't use commit also, it will work. It will save the data permanently only, okay? Just simply, the commit in the sense, after writing all the SQL statements, we will just write it as commit. Suppose in this, like we created one table, we inserted the data, right? Here after suppose I use 3-4 lines here. After that, I just need to use commit. That's it. Okay. And then I need to execute this commit. Then that data will be stored permanently. But especially in SQL Server, in MySQL, it is not necessary. Okay. I'm just to show the syntax, I'm just writing here. After writing all the queries, we will just write commit. That's it. Nothing else. Only directly, only one word we will write, that is commit. Okay. Syntax will be like one word only, commit. That's it. After writing each and after writing every all the data, after inserting or updating the data, at the last we will write commit. That's it. Okay. Next, let's see about save point and rollback. So save point. Save point, I can say, if we want to save the data at any particular point. Basically, let me just write after commit. Let me just write one more point here. Okay. Whenever we perform any of the DML commands, like maybe insert, delete, or update, this can be rolled back if the data is not stored permanently. So to be on the safer side, we will use commit command to save the data permanently. So after telling what is rollback, you can understand this point. Okay. First, let's discuss about save point and rollback. Okay. But as I'm providing this file only as notes, I mentioned this point here on. Okay. So what is save point in the sense? If we want to save the data at any particular point temporarily, we will use a save point. Okay. Used to save the data at any particular time. I'll explain this with an example. Don't worry. Just give me a second. At any particular time temporarily. See, if I say separately about this save point and rollback, you cannot understand. First, let me give you one example. After that, you can able to understand save point and rollback. Okay. Basically, we will use save point to save the data at any particular point. And we use rollback in the sense, if we did something, if we did some mistake in between the code, we can just roll back the data. For example, see, suppose I'm starting the code from here. I'm writing code like this. Just imagine this is as my code. Okay. First, I have 5 lines of code. Next, I have another 5 lines of code. Okay. Like this, suppose I have 15 lines of code. Basically, just imagine I want to write some code and I have 15 lines. Okay. Directly, I wrote all the 15 lines all together. Okay. Somewhere, suppose in the 12th line or 11th line, I did some mistake. That mistake will affect to all of my 15 lines of data, right? So to avoid that, what we will do, for every some lines, after every some lines, it may be 5 lines, 6 lines, it's our wish. Here, example, I took 5 lines. For after every 5 lines, I will write a save point. Okay. So that I will save these lines in this save point. I'm saying save point S1. Okay. Here I'm saying save point S2. Okay. Here I'm saving save point S3. Like that, if suppose I have save point S4. Just imagine I have some large code without using save points. If I write all together, all the lines together. If I wrote somewhere mistake here, it will affect my complete data. To avoid that, what I will do, some lines, a few lines, I will save just temporarily here. I'm saving all these 5 lines into S1 temporarily. To save that data temporarily, we will use save point. That's what I said here. Okay. At any particular point, it's our wish if we want to save the data temporarily, not permanently. Okay. We will use save point. If we want to save the data at any particular point temporarily, we will use save point. Here, what I did, after every 5 lines, I used save point to save this data. I saved this 5 lines of data into S1. Like that, I saved this 5 lines of data into S2 and so on. Okay. Now, for suppose I wrote some mistake here. Okay. I realized that I wrote some error here in this code. This won't affect all my data. It will affect only this data. If I want to remove this, I can simply use rollback command. Rollback in the sense, we are just what I can say, I can just restore the data. Okay, I don't want this data. I can just restore the data. Rollbacking, and I mean it is like taking the data back or deleting the data, I can say. Okay, so I can just use a rollback from, as I said, I wrote this one, right? I wrote mistake here. So what I can do here, I can just roll back till that point.
I didn't understand, ma'am.
Yeah, 1 second. Suppose I did mistake here, I can simply write it as roll back to save point, or else directly I can write it as roll back to save point S2. If I write like this, all this data will be removed. Suppose I don't want to remove this data, I want to remove only this data, only this 5 lines. Then how I can write remove from save point S3 to save point S2. Then only this data will get removed. It won't affect my this data and my this data. Okay. If we don't use save points, somewhere if we did mistake, we need to delete each and every line here. We need to delete everything. So because in real time, basically we will deal with the big data, and we need to write many long queries also. Whenever we are performing any joins or subqueries, maybe our queries will be lengthier. At that time, if we write somewhere a mistake, something we did mistake, we need to remove everything. We need to delete everything. Instead of that, we will use the save points, and somewhere if we write mistake, we can just roll back the data. We can delete this data. I'm saying roll back from save point S3 to save point S2, in the sense this data will be removed. That's it. And this save points will be saved temporarily only, not permanently. Okay. Is this clear, everyone? What is save point and what is rollback? If it is not clear, you can just ask me. Everyone.
No, I'm not clear.
Okay.
So basically, ma'am, if I have an error at the line number 12, so I want to delete, rollback means delete from S3 to S2, right?
Yes.
Delete temporarily or permanently?
Temporarily we can remove, and we can insert the data here again. From save point S2 to S10, we can just change the data here.
Okay, so
See,
what does it mean, rollback from save point S3 to save point S2?
This data will be removed. See, I said I wrote some mistake here, right?
Okay.
I did some mistake in this line. So instead of deleting everything, I will just delete this one, and I will just insert the data directly here only, so that it won't disturb my previous and later data, this data.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, if I want to remove S3, S4 both, I mean from S2
Complete
to S4.
data. If I want if I want my data to here only, I don't want this data also. Suppose I don't want this data also, I decided I will write once again the queries from this line. Okay. Then what we can do, simply I can write it as roll back to
S2.
save point S2.
Okay, understood.
Okay. Then at that time, till here, our data will be there. Mainly in real time, we will do like this only. Till here, the data will be there. From here, I can change the data like that. But it won't affect my previous data, right? This data will be as it is, like this much data. There is no need to change this much of data. Like almost 10 lines, I no need of changing like that. Only I can change this data. Okay. Basically, in real time, we don't use the save points and rollbacks, but maybe in interviews, if they ask you, you can be able to answer this question. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if it is everyone, if it is clear, I will tell you the definitions of save point and rollback. As I said, save point is used to save the data at any particular point temporarily only. Okay, so that whenever needed, we can roll back to that particular point, right? I'm saving temporarily save points by giving some names. If I want to roll back to that particular point, I can roll back, like roll back to save point S2, like that. That is the reason why we are using save points. Next, if we talk about so let me just first write the syntax here. Save point. Save point name. Like this. We can give any name. Okay. This is how we will write save point. Next, rollback. Rollback in the sense, as I said, if we will use this command to get the data or restore the data, right? Use it to restore the data till any particular point. Okay. To any particular save point, I can say. Right? If I want to roll back to S3, if I want to roll back to S2, I can use roll back to S2, then this data will be removed. But S1 and S2 data will be there as it is, right? So we can just roll back. Something like undo, I can say. Whenever we are using Excel files or if we wrote something else, something wrong, we will use Control Z, right? To remove that. In the same way, in the code part, we need to use rollback just to remove the previous error what we did. But to remove the exact lines of code, we will use a save point to save the data, and we will say, I want to remove till that save point. Okay. Guys, it may be confusing for now, but try to, just listen this video once again. You can, it will be clear for you. Okay. And the syntax will be simply rollback. S2 like that. Okay. Suppose there are some lines of code. So after a few lines, we can define one save point, right? So that way, if needed, we can roll back to that particular point. Okay. That's it. Okay. Once just go through the video and once just try to just read this sentences, you can able to understand. Still, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the next class. Okay. For now, just leave that. If you feel a little bit of confusion, for now, you just leave this. Just try to, I will, once we are done with this class, I will just upload this file. Whenever you get time, just try to read these points. You can able to understand easily. Okay. Still, if you have any doubts, you can ask at any time. All right. So if you are okay, let's go with, let's see about the next command.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone.
Clear, ma'am.
Remaining people also. Pritesh, Satish.
Yes, madam. Clear.
Right. Next command we have DQL, right? The last time we know very well about that command. Basically DQL in the sense data query language, right? And the only command comes under DQL is select command, which we already know how to use select command. Why we will use select command?
To display the data.
Display the output.
Right, to display the data. To display the data, we will use select command, and the syntax will be,
Select star.
we know, select star from
Employees too.
yes, table name, right? Select star from table name. If we want to display the complete data, we will use star, or else we will use any column name, right? We whenever we are discussing about select query, I wrote those points there, so I'm not repeating it here. You know everything. If we want to display the complete data, we will use select star from table name. If we want any particular column name, we will use select that column name. I mean, like select employee name from table, like that, right? So this is about DQL command. And with this, we finally finished our SQL commands. So is everything clear for you?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Great. Today only, once we are done with this class, I will upload this file. Just go through all the commands once whenever you get time. Okay. And if you have any doubts, you can ask. I will save this file. I will open a new file.
Ma'am, do you have class tomorrow?
Of course, we have. Is it okay, everyone?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Let's
Madam,
take 2 days.
upload in the sense in the D drive itself, right?
What? Yeah, in the in the Google Drive, I will upload. You can just download from them.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So I already uploaded this file. Today I will upload this file. And along with that, I will also upload this Maven Movies database for you.
Okay.
First, let's see about this database today.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, first I will show you about the database. Before that, as I already said you, 1 second. You can see my screen, right? So I will just upload today only. The file name will be in the name of Maven Movies. Okay. So you can just download that file. Once you downloaded, previously also I show you how to open the downloaded files. What you will do, you will just double click on the file. Okay. Then you will open your SQL server. right? Here you can able to see the second tab, right? Something like unconnected. This will be our data. Okay. Now what you need to do? You need to click on this reconnect to DBMS thing, right? Can you see this? We need to click here. One box will be open for us. Then without making any changes here, just click on OK. All right. It will get connected to our database. Then just close this administration page.
Ma'am, please repeat again.
Yeah, no problem. Let me say this will be our file, right? Any of the file. As I'm sharing every file after each and every classes, right? As I said, from the basic first class to primary key and foreign key concepts I saved in one file, right? After that, in all the SQL commands is one file. And then in the same way, Maven Movies database will be one file. All that files to access any of such MySQL files. If you can see here, the file here joins is towards the left side icon is the text file, right? This Maven Movies will be the SQL file. That's the reason the symbol will also be something different only. We need to open this file. Just you need to first download the files, go to your downloads and double click on the file. I'm just double clicking now. I double click this file. It won't open directly. We need to open our MySQL workbench first. From the bottom, I'm opening MySQL workbench. Okay. You can see something called as unconnected here, right? A separate tab. This is my first tab where we are doing all the queries. Previously, I opened, right? That is my second tab. Once again, to show you once again, I opened, right? This is my third tab. First, we will just see like unconnected. Okay. And all this will be disabled only. We will have only one option here. You can see this option, reconnect to DBMS. We need to click that. Immediately one dialog box will open for you. Don't make any changes here. Directly click on OK. Then it will get connected to our DBMS or to our server. Then just close this administration page, close this tab. This will be our data. Okay, Maven Movies, and this is our data. Like that, any file also you can do the same thing only. We need to open and we need to click on reconnect to DBMS. Just close the administration page. You can able to see my file. Okay, so here comes the Maven Movies data. I can say movies database. This is the database which will be used by each and every, I can say, online streaming apps like Netflix, Hotstar, Amazon Prime, like that. All those OTT platforms will use this kind of database only. Okay. Especially the reason why we are calling this as Maven Movies in the sense, Maven Movies is something like and this database is also used by not only OTT platforms. If we have any physical stores like any musical stores, something like I can say Aditya Music, right? And if we have any particular music companies, they will have their own DVDs, right? Correct?
Yes, madam. Like Anand Audios or something.
Yes, Anand Audios, like that. Some audio stores, all those people also will use this kind of database only. Like that, Maven Movies is also one DVD store, I can say. In that also, the database will be same. Okay. I can say this is something like a physical DVD store also. What they will have all the DVDs, and about they need to maintain one database like what is the movie names, what is the actor names, like that. Let's just forget about it. Let's just understand only about the Netflix, Hotstar, anything. Okay, if we talk about Netflix, what Netflix will have, it will have all the movies or web series kind of thing, right? Suppose if we talk about films, inside the films, they need to maintain every data, like what is the film names, actor names, right? And like that, each and every data is there here. Let's see that. And starting, you can see something like this. You just ignore that. Okay. From here, actual script will start. That is, actual data will start. Okay. Just give me a second. So you can see drop schema if exists, Maven movies. That means in real time, whenever we will get any of these files, not only in MySQL, in SQL Server or anywhere, if we get any script, first we will have drop. That means if we have already that database or already that table, it will drop and it will recreate. For that, first we will have drop syntax, then we will have create. Okay. And use is used to activate the database. Okay. Here comes our first table called as
Ma'am, why you
app.
are writing schema instead of database?
We can write database also, but here
Okay.
they mentioned it as schema. Anything is same only. Under
Okay.
the schema, inside the schema only, we will have movies, right? This is basically, I didn't return any of this. I just downloaded from online only. So instead of schema, if we write database also, it will work. Okay. So this is our first table. Create table actor. This is all the column names inside it. First, actually, let me tell you one thing. See, so far what we did, we created each and every table, whether it is employees table or any table, we created the table, we inserted the data, and we learn all the SQL commands, right? But basically what it happens, uh, technically we learned how to create the tables and how to insert the data, or how we can do updating and deleting kind of thing. Now we are going to work on the ready-made databases. Okay, that means we won't write the tables, we won't create the tables, we won't insert the data, anything. Ready-made, we will have some database. We will just execute and we will we will just execute the code, complete code. So, and we will get that database directly. Okay, in real time also, in most of the projects, what it happens, we will get this kind of database only. We won't create 99%, we won't create tables. We will get the ready-made databases like this only. As how I say, I will save, I mean, now I will upload this Maven movies file to you, right? Like that only, we will get some files from our clients. We need to just open that file. We need to save that code. Then our database, our tables will get created. But we should be in a position to understand what is the tables, what is the data we have. Then only we can able to, do something. Maybe we can, if we need to create any joins, if we need to write any subqueries, any from tomorrow, whatever topics we are going to study, to do all that operations, we need to understand what kind of data is present in our client's database. Okay, 99.9% this only will happen. So we won't create tables. Okay, we won't insert the data. Only what we will do, we will update the data, we will use all the functions, we will extract the data. Okay, we will create joins, we will use subqueries. And if you are planning to become a data analyst, you will use regular expressions a lot along with the joins. Okay.
Divya, I have one question.
Yes, please.
Nowadays, most of the data is an image or audio or video form, right?
Yes.
So for to become a data analyst, okay, it is like mandatory to to learn also know SQL or MongoDB.
For
such
data
things.
analyst, no. For data analyst, no. But for data scientist, yes. You need to understand how you will convert the images to text format. You need
Okay.
you need to I cannot say MongoDB or NoSQL, but eventually, if you want to become a machine learning engineer, you need to learn some more things.
Okay.
Okay, but
Now,
not
what
for
about
data
data
analyst.
engineers?
Data engineers also no need. Data engineers and data analysts, we will just deal with the databases, what we are learning, like on the SQL part, we will create visualizations. If you are a data engineer, we need to understand how to clean the data as well. Any of the, so like something like PySpark, you need to learn that subject. You need to, at least one cloud subject you need to learn for data engineers, not data analysts again. For data analysts, only SQL visualization tool. If you learn Python, that will be great.
And ma'am, for
We shall-
data engineers, do we need to learn visualization tool?
Not that necessary.
Okay, okay.
You won't work on visualizations. For data engineers won't work on visualizations. They will just clean the data and they will hand over the data to the data analyst. They will create visualizations. For data
And ma'am,
engineers, you need to
can you please explain what are the difference between these three fields and what are the things we need to learn? Because we are completely new to this data field, right? So you can guide us properly.
You didn't watch the video?
No, I subscribed to your channel, but I didn't watch the video.
No, not in my channel. In Durgasoft YouTube channel only, there is one video. All right, let's leave that. I will explain you on Friday. Okay.
Okay, fine. And what are the tools and technologies are required to learn? Like, what are the prerequisites? If you
Yes.
can take a session on that, that would be really good for us.
Sure. On Friday, let's discuss
And
that.
one
Thank
more
you.
request, Divya.
Mhm.
If possible, please teach us Python also in any other timings or batch after 2 months.
Okay, I'm not sure, Swetha. Currently, I cannot say you, but once you, let's say in 2 months, okay? I'm not sure because
Okay.
I'm already packed with the batches for now.
Okay.
I will also work as real time, right? So in the morning and afternoon sessions, I will have my office work, and in the night and morning sessions, I'm already packed. I don't think I can make it now for Python.
Okay, just even after 4 months, okay, just keep it in your mind.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
as a
Sure.
request.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. On Friday, let's discuss quickly. If someone, if you are new and if you are not planning to go to data science also, just listen to that. I won't take much time. In 15 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes, I will finish that so that you can also have some idea about it. Okay. And
At this point of time, it's very difficult to understand this movie, Maven movies right now, right?
no. I'll just explain you. No problem. You can understand. Nothing is there.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
All right. First, I'm trying to tell you, in real time, as I said, mostly we will get whatever according to our client, we will get some file. We need to execute this everything, all the code at once. Then all the database will be created, tables will be created, data will be inserted. But after that, we should be in a position to understand what is the data inside our tables. Okay. 99%, as I said, we won't create and we won't insert the data. We will get the ready-made files. Okay.
Okay.
And suppose sometimes what it happens, like suppose you joined in a company and at that time the project is already live. Someone already worked on the project.
Okay.
You joined in middle. So at that time also you need to understand what is the data so far, what is the data is done, what is the requirements. Basically, you need to understand the database. What is the tables? What is it? What kind of data is there? We need to explore ourselves about what kind of tables are present, what is the common columns between that tables, like that.
Okay.
In very rare cases, like only 1% only, we will get raw data. At that time, we will create the database, we will create the tables, we need to insert the data. But 99% we will get automated ready-made database files only. Okay.
Okay. And madam, I just want to know that how long will it take? I mean, what is the duration to complete this project, madam, for you? I mean,
Which project?
I mean, that movie, Maven movie, they have
First, now actually I cannot say, I cannot say in the sense, I cannot make you understand about the complete database in 1 or 2 days. Now I'll just give you the overview of how many tables are there.
Okay.
What is that tables about? Okay. Eventually from tomorrow, we will start our main concepts like functions, operators, joins, whatever I mentioned in the course content or index.
Okay.
In that sequence only we will cover one by one. Whenever you are covering all that topics, we will use this database only. So eventually you can understand how we will use in real time, for which basically our client will have requirements. We need to solve that problem. That is only we will do, right?
That's
So
good.
in the same way, from tomorrow also, each and every topic I will give you some questions. We will discuss how we will solve that thing. So eventually you will understand completely about the database, or completely you can understand what work exactly we will do in real time, like that. Okay. So now let's see the database first. So basically what we need to do after reconnecting to the database, we got this data, right? If I scroll it down, we have so much of data here. Okay. For example, I have many joins. At starting only, don't try to, see this queries. Don't try to read these queries. Don't try to understand these queries. You may panic. Okay. You just leave this, complete. You don't try to understand these lines. Okay. I also, after finishing this project, I mean, in my initial days, I did some other project, but after almost once I completed my project, I started. You also, I suggest you to practice each and every concepts first, concepts wise. Like try to practice only functions, try to practice only joins, like that. Once you are at least you got some confidence on all the subject, then try to read the code whatever present inside it, then you can able to understand, like that. Almost I took 3 to 4 months of time to practice each and every individual concepts. Then only I read the code inside it, not the Maven movies. I used some other database at that time. Okay. So if I just scroll it down, you can see in the insert table I have many rows like this. So basically what we need to do, I will just click on Control A. Everyone, once you download the file, we will just open that file. We will reconnect to database, right? Once we got everything, just click Control A, that is select everything and just execute once. Okay, 1 second guys. I already have the Maven movies, right? So if you did do like that, it will work for you. Let me just drop this. Okay, so Control A, execute. It will automatically, each and every syntax inside the code will be executed. It will create the database first, then it will create the tables, it will insert the data, whatever is there, everything will be done. Okay. Previously, I already have the same database, right? That's the reason whenever I executed first, I got an error. That's the reason I removed the database first and again I executed. But for you, you can just click on Control A and click on execute, everything will be done. And refresh the schema, you can able to see Maven movies, and you can see it is already in bold because here we have already used Maven movies, right? Clear?
Yes, madam. Yes.
So I suggest you, please, once downloading this file, don't try to see the data now. Only you will, if you can see also, you cannot understand at this point of time. Just click on Control A and click on execute. Everything will get created. Okay. Then after that, just refresh the schemas. You can find Maven movies. Inside that, if you can see, we have something called as basically we'll have tables, right? If I expand the tables, we have this many tables. Actor award. If I click on actor, see if you observe here, previously it was in the here at the bottom left, there is something called as object info and session, right? Previously it is on the session tab. We need to click on object info, then we can able to see this column names. If I click on actor, we have actor ID, first name, last update is our column names. And here you can see the data type names, right? For actor ID, they used primary key. Like that, we can understand the basic column names what is there. If I click on actor award is one table. In that we have actor ID, first name, awards, last update, like that. I have address, I have advisor, I have category. Okay, I have city, country, customers. Here customers will be, if it is a DVD shop, whoever bought the DVDs, that will be the customer details. If it is a Netflix, we have all the user details in the customer, like that. This is about the film details, film actor details, film category, like that we have. We have inventory details. Inventory details in the sense, if it is a physical store, we will save all the DVDs in one place, right? That is called as inventory. I will explain you going forward. For now, just try to understand these are all our tables. Whenever we click on that table name, we can able to see the column names here. We have all the payment details, right? This is the rental details. If it is Netflix, this will be something like a subscription kind of thing. We will take subscription, right? Like for 6 months or 1 year, like that. If it is a DVD shops, they will take DVDs for rent, right? At least for 2 days, for 5 days, like that. Hello? Yeah, close just in 1 minute.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yeah. So if it is the rental, that will be, they will take DVDs on rent, right? Like 2 days, 5 days, 1 week, like that, the data will be. Okay. Then the staff details. This is the store details. This is basically here, the staff, store, and inventory. These three are the extra tables. If it is a physical store, we will have these 3 tables. If it is something like a Netflix or Prime, we don't have these 3 tables, but remaining data is same. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we have use, store procedures and functions. What is this? We will see in the further classes. If we want to, I will just open a new file. Okay, I have actor, right? I will just write it as select star from actor and I will execute. This is our data. Actor ID, first name, last update. Like this, we can just, you can see almost there are 200 rows here. Okay, we can just display the data. From tomorrow, let's start a new concept and we will work on this database only. Eventually, you can understand how we will work with, what data is there. For now, you just got at least 10% idea, right? We have some actor details, film details, city details, inventory details, like that. Going forward from tomorrow, whenever we are dealing with the concepts, you can understand the data and you can understand the concepts also. Okay.
What is the next topic, ma'am, for tomorrow?
I think it's functions or operators. I need to check once. Sorry. Maybe
Okay.
operators or functions. Okay.
Kindly
Okay.
upload the course content in the drive.
Okay, sure. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
guys.
ma'am.
Let's meet
Thank you so
tomorrow.
much.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.